3, action.
Hello world and welcome to the Fahnz' back porch. As I told you all earlier, I signed the showstopper, Ryan Moore. He is once again under super sponsorship. He is once again a super fighter. And you know what? Together, we're gonna take the world by storm. Showstopper, thank you, my man, for driving halfway across the country just to come out here to visit the Superfan. I really appreciate it, my man. Welcome.
Any day, brother.
Welcome, welcome. Now, there's a lot of kerfuffle going on online between you and another super fighter by the name of Isaiah Medituk. What can you speak upon between this rivalry that started between the two of you gentlemen?
Basically it's a little bit of high school bullshit going on. Something that really I don't really like to play. I'm not really a big trash talker, but hey, if he wants to play this game, I can play this game. I can trash talk. I can play high school drama again.
Yeah, man. Hey, whatever it takes. Get some of the publicity out there for this fight, and if there's a little bit of trash talking that comes along the way, I guess that's part of the game, eh?
He's just waking up the wrong beast when he does that.
Yeah.
There's an old part of me that I buried, and that's something he doesn't know about me.
If I'm not mistaken, he put out the first shots out there online, and he wants you for this scrap, man.
The chump thinks my record defines me as a fighter and who I am. And that kid's gonna find out real quick once that cage door slams that he's gonna get embarrassed if that's what he thinks is gonna define me in that cage.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm one of these people that does not believe that a record defines a fighter. The performance inside of the cage and the performance that is laid out at the end of the night, that's what defines a fighter. What I've seen from yourself and what really drew me to you and wanting to sponsor you is the fact that anything that's been thrown at you and handed to you inside of the cage, you've dusted yourself back off, you've got back up, and you got yourself right back in to the fight again. If the fight has been over, you didn't let that stop anything. You got yourself back up, you went back into the gym, you got yourself trained back up, and you signed a damn new contract and you tried again. To me, that is super admirable, and in real everyday life, man, that's what you gotta do in life to get through. You get knocked down, you get back up, and you get right back into the game. And you, Showstopper, are a prime example of that. Now, this fight between you and Isaiah Medituk, if this fight gets signed, man, what can the fans expect when that cage door closes? The referee calls you two together, puts you back to your lines, and tells you, come out and fight.
That question makes me all giddy and butterfly, because to be honest, when that cage door slams, the whole world's going to see a new fighter in that cage. They're going to see a guy that should have been stepping in there 5 years ago.
Man, that is super awesome to hear, buddy.
It's going to be one of those things where the emotions are going to take over. The emotions, skill, just the fighter instincts are going to take over, and that's really what I've been doing since I've been 14, 15, 16 years old. I've battling my whole life, 16 years old, kicked out of the house, selling crack and heroin just to survive, just to get by.
You've had those hard days in your life early on. You've overcome that situation, and you're now a productive member of society. Much like the Superfan here, I had my own battle for 3 years, and I know where you're coming from there, brother. And that's another one of those reasons why I think you're super and why I want you to be on my team.
That just goes to show you can't look at my record and count me out of this game. I've been battling my whole life, making mistakes, coming back, learning from every one of those. I've gotten from basically growing up on welfare to making $67,000 last year. I mean, that's a big jump from a guy who grew up from nothing.
That's a super big jump.
And to be honest, mentality-wise, in the last year, I've just been at peace with the past, and I've become a new person altogether, and the old me come back out a little bit, and it's a little combination that's kind of getting scary in my own body, and it's going to be something exciting to see when that cage door slams, whenever it does slam after all this COVID stuff.
Yeah, man. And speaking about COVID, that's a good leeway into this. You have not just sat around and put on the COVID weight like some people have. You've kept yourself active. You've been training. I've seen the videos. You've sent me some videos. And man, I'm super impressed with what I'm seeing there. You got some good foot movement. You got some great stand-up that I'm watching. How is that going to parlay once you and Isaiah get into that cage, man? Because, damn it, man, you are the showstopper. I don't think that you have any plan of going into this fight and it lasting the distance.
The world's going to find out exactly why I'm called the showstopper come September and I step back in that cage. I've got something to prove, not only to the world, but just to myself in general, to just put on a fucking show and get out there and make that crowd scream.
Yeah, man. Now, with the quarantine time that we've gone through with C19, how did you manage to stay in shape and to keep your training rolling?
Well, basically it was a little bit of rehabilitating a knee injury I had right before this all started, and that's why our fight originally got canceled, I guess you can say. But just trying to stay in shape, rehabilitate a knee injury, a couple other injuries, and it just kept me in shape in general. And actually, I recovered way sooner than I ever thought I was gonna.
Excellent.
And just went from there. I evolved right from the knee injury up. I've done nothing but improve my stand-up throughout the whole 3-month quarantine, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
May have not got all the grappling in, but I've been running, I've been getting the cardio, I've been getting the bag work in, I've been working my ass off just to stay in shape and
awesome.
Prove to the world why they call me the showstopper come
Absolutely.
September. I mean, it's kind of sat back and ate at me a lot. The whole 0-6, I guess you can say, professional. But you can't dwell on that. You just got to look back and look at what you can improve.
Absolutely, man.
A lot of people would have probably packed their bags and went home by now.
I know a few that have.
I just went to the drawing board and be like, hey, this is what I did wrong. This is what I got to do. In life, this is what I got to improve, and that's really helped all around. And mentally, I'm stronger than probably ever before.
Yeah, man. I've seen those changes. I've been a witness to it. I'm super impressed with what I'm seeing. I see a big improvement in from your last performances, and from what I'm seeing, both from you physically and mentally. 145 pounds is where you guys are set to make this fight at.
And I believe that's where I belong naturally. I've been fighting out of my weight class my whole career, fighting guys at 170, 185. That's something this Isaiah kid doesn't understand. He's been fighting little boys. I've been fighting men my whole career.
Right.
I've been fighting monsters.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a fucking rude awakening the first time I hit him.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna want a part of this. Like he's gonna want to run.
You hear that, Isaiah? That's coming right straight from the showstopper. He's telling you what's gonna happen. I'm gonna get a hold of you a little later. I'm gonna get a response from you, see what you gotta say about this. And you know what, man? I've got the showstopper signed. I didn't let the Fahnz come in and interfere with none of that kind of stuff. When the Fahnz comes in and tries to meddle in my business, I put my foot down and I say no deal. Fonzie, you ain't nothing but a super putz. Isaiah Medituk, McLovin, I'm gonna be talking to you pretty soon. Showstopper, my man. Thank you once again for driving all the way halfway across the country
problem.
Just to come see the Superfan and to sign your new super sponsorship contract. I absolutely look forward to what the rest of 2020 has in store for you, for the super team, and I will be announcing to you fine folk out there in the world pretty soon the rest of the members that I'm signing with the super team. Super fighters, be ready. World, be ready. The showstopper is coming, and we're gonna take the world by storm. I am the Superfan, and on behalf of Ryan, the showstopper Moore, we're signing out from the Fahnz' porch.
one more thing. The next drive I make better be to fucking beat this kid's ass and not to talk trash. I'm done with this shit.
You heard it right here, everybody. We're signing out. Yeah. Awesome.